excellence, community service, active support and assistance to women in achieving professional success and their full potential. This award is established and presented by local chambers of commerce throughout the country, including the Lebanon Valley Chamber. This year, I'm proud of the Women in Business Committee to be presenting this award. For our chamber, this award provides us with a chance each year to honor one of our community's talented and dedicated business or other community leaders. It also helps us call attention to a woman from our community who is an exceptional leader, who has made significant contributions to our community, and who inspires excellence in others.
I am very pleased to present this year's Athena Award to Ruth Koup, founder and CEO of Dress for Success South Central PA. Dress for Success is an international program that serves underprivileged women who are job searching or the newly employed by providing them with the necessary tools to become professionally and personally successful. This includes professional attire for interviews and employment. Inspired to pursue involvement with the Dress for Success program, Ruth opened her first boutique in Harrisburg in 2007, a second in York, and then a third in Lebanon in 2008, followed by a mobile unit in 2009. I met Ruth shortly after I took office in 2010 and was impressed with her passion. Ruth introduced me to Heidi Brubaker, who runs the Lebanon Boutique. Heidi asked me to speak at one of their programs in Lebanon, and I was so inspired by what they were doing that I ended up hiring one of their clients. Sandy Stone, who's here with me today, works for the city in public safety. She's an example of the program's success. Thank you, Ruth, for seeing a need and addressing it. Ruth has received several awards, but the most recent was in 2012, the International Bronze Stevie Award for Women in Business. Heidi nominated Ruth for today's award, and she asked if she could have a minute to explain why she did that.
In 2008, as a former social worker, I began to consider my reentry into the workforce within the Lebanon Valley. And when I learned about Dress for Success coming to Lebanon and the opportunity to become the site coordinator was offered to me, I asked God this question. So I could help women play dress up and work a schedule that would still allow me to be a mom. Really? Because it felt like more than I could ask for. Little did I know then the powerhouse of a woman behind this incredibly creative and undeniably beneficial nonprofit, whom I would come to know as my supervisor and role model. Anyone who spends more than a minute with Ruth will understand why I describe her in this way. Ruth's commitment to Dress for Success has allowed more than 7,000 disadvantaged women in South Central Pennsylvania to receive so much from this wonderful organization that empowers women. But I'm grateful for the moment that I have this morning to thank her and to tell all of you that I too have been given an opportunity that has become one of my favorite chapters in the story of my life because of Ruth's dedication to this mission to help women. So Ruth, congratulations on this very well-deserved honor.
I didn't think Heidi was going to make me cry. Heidi, you're not supposed to do that to your boss.
On behalf of the Athena Committee and the presenting sponsor, I have the pleasure to present you the 2014 Athena Recipient of the Year. This is the Athena pin, and it is presented to you by former Athena recipients. Congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you so much for the kind words that you said. I'm not the type of person that goes out and seeks awards, so I really had to ask what are the tenets of the Athena Award to find out really what this award was all about. And I've always thought of myself as kind of like an odd approach to the life in general, just as a social worker. So Heidi and I do have that in common. But my whole theme of my social work career has been to empower people, not to do things. I'm not going to save the world. I'm just going to empower people as I go through my professional career. So starting a Dress for Success is really a unique experience because even though it's a worldwide organization in 22 different countries, you start out, you're on your own. You basically present a business plan, a real business plan, and they say whether or not you are approved or not, and then you get started. I was the very first person in the Dress for Success world as affiliate number 60, there are now 128, to ask to have a regional Dress for Success approach. I asked for the name of South Central PA because that's what we are. And they were concerned about that name because they were just happy if I would just start a Dress for Success in Harrisburg. But I said, no, our community needs a vision and needs a way to collaborate together to be able to support women. This is one organization that throughout South Central PA, women can come together, and men, to support a mission that provides for the exact things that you all were talking about in this room, the economic development. What is going to help our community more than to take people out of poverty, remove the barriers to employment, and really help them to be successful in the workforce? Providing them with the tools that they need to be successful, and being able to provide that through what we do is what we do every day. I know that when Heidi first got hired, she thought she was going to be playing dress up, but she really isn't, because through providing the women with the clothing, we're teaching them every step of the way of how to be successful in the interview and in employment. I can guarantee that 1,000 women in Lebanon have had our experience and have been out in the workforce. I can tell you right now that many of you in this room have hired them. As I walked in this room, I was greeted by 2 of our clients who would expect that I would run into anyone here that would have had an experience with us, but I'm so proud that I run into them every day. When I check out at a store, when I go into someone's office, now when I go into some state government offices. This mission about Dress for Success really kind of goes so far beyond, as you can imagine. We have set different standards. We have done things for Dress for Success worldwide that have created new programs. I'm proud to say that Heidi was brave to run what we call the Breakfast Club, which is now known as our worldwide initiative in partnership with Walmart as the Going Places Network. And I know that you're very familiar with the Going Places Network. It's a wildly successful program. But Heidi ran the very first one, and the criteria that she and I developed is now used as a model. It's kind of, lost in the greatness of it now, but Heidi ran the first one here in Lebanon, and I'm so proud of her for doing that. The legacy of Dress for Success South Central PA is also one that goes beyond me. It's never really been about me. It's been about helping women. And I've been so happy to be a part of that. But I have to say that in starting this nonprofit, it was starting from nothing, which means I stopped a full-time successful consulting career and talked to my family. My husband and my daughter are here right now. My son had to leave because he had to go to work and hire some people today. But in doing that, my family took a step back in regard to our financial security so that I could go, we go from a 2-income to a 1-income family to accomplish starting Dress for Success. Lebanon has always been in the business plan. I used to do work for the visiting nurses. I've been in many of the homes here in Lebanon. And as Scott, who interviewed me just recently, found out, I went into the local post office in Harrisburg a few weeks after I was announced as the Athena Award winner. And a man was asking me, I know you from somewhere. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what's this going to be all about? And when it came right down to it, we found out that I had been the hospice social worker in Lebanon that had helped his family through some really very, very difficult times. But when they were interviewing me, I was saying I've been in a lot of homes. And to have someone do that the very week after I was awarded the Athena Award was just a very emotional moment for me. I walked away from there in tears. I started crying all over again about all sorts of things, just in regard to what we do for women and changing their lives. This really is a very, very important program. It partners well with everything that you're talking about here. If we can train people to come into the workforce in the way that you need them to be in your workforce, we certainly can really be a wonderful partner. We've partnered with the state of Pennsylvania. Who would start a nonprofit in 2007, really, when you think about it? We applaud everybody in this room. You've made it. You're successful. You're still here. So are we. And we're a successful nonprofit because we've treated ourselves and acted like a business and a responsible partner in the community. But we also partnered with the state because they were having problems. And when I say problems, I mean serious problems, like the welfare department was ready to be investigated and shut down. And in Jack Wagner's report, or part of that report, it doesn't say Dress with Success South Central PA. It says you found a good solution to the problem with the incentives that were being given out, $150 at a shot. And we, as a small little nonprofit, helped the state save $15 million a year. $15 million every single year. That's a lot of money. And that was the way that we came up with original funding. When the governor wiped out that as a line item, we quietly went back and said you're going to default to $17 million a year versus $2 million for the entire state of Pennsylvania. And we've been successfully partnering with the welfare department since, changing lives. This has been an amazing experience for me to be involved with this program. It's a vocation to me. It's not a job. And I always say you're lucky forever. We teach them how to be good workers, and we are so proud to be able to be a partner with all of you with this. So with that, I thank you so much. My Lebanon committee selected me to be the speaker for our March 26, 2014 event. And I said, oh, please no, I want the new Athena winner for 2014 to be the speaker. I kid you not. They didn't know anything, I didn't know anything, but I absolutely said that to the committee. So I'm very honored to be our speaker on the 2014 March 26th event at the mansion. Please come and support us. Thank you so much.